Oh
I'm
my
honored to be
goodness.
here.
I'm so happy you're here, Mindy.
Me
Go
too.
ahead. Don't let me talk. Go
What?
ahead. You start wherever you want to start from. This is not an interview. This is
Right.
just one of our beautiful sun rays coming on here to share, to sprinkle. She's gonna sprinkle down some nuggets. Y'all got y'all baskets open and ready to catch them. She's
Oh
gonna
my
share with you
God.
guys her journey, and you know, she's a very honest person. I have found her to be a very honest person. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. I mean, I've told my story in a variety of places, but
I'm sure
quick.
everyone hasn't heard it, and you may tell it a little different. You may share something a little different this time.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people know I'm a type 2 diabetic. I was diagnosed back in September of 2023. I was in the hospital. Um, I had a sore on my leg, and it turned out that it was cellulitis, and I was septic. I almost died. And while I was in the hospital, of course, they check all your things, and they checked my blood sugar, and it was extremely high, and they told me I was diabetic and put me on insulin right there in the hospital and sent me home with all the things, the insulin, the continuous glucose monitor, the thing, the lancet to stab your finger, and the glucose monitor, all the things. And it was very overwhelming, and I felt mortified because I knew I had done this to myself. I had had a scare being pre-diabetic once before, and I turned my life around and lost over 100 pounds, and then went right back to doing the things I had been doing and gained all the weight back. I knew I wasn't doing well. I was thirsty all the time. I was getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom all the time. Even my urine smelled sweet. I knew I was sick, and I was so ashamed that I couldn't bring myself to go to the doctor. And so getting cellulitis and ending up almost dying in the hospital, that saved my life. Um, I got my blood sugar down with insulin, and gradually, with the guidance of my doctor, I weaned myself almost all the way off insulin. And but I couldn't make the scale move. And she said, Mindy, that's insulin. Insulin is going to make your body hold on to your weight. And so I asked her about Mounjaro, and she prescribed it. And I've been on Mounjaro for about 15 and a half months. And, I promised you, Twan, when I lost 100 pounds, I would come on. And I've lost 103. So I'm keeping my promise. Um, some people say, diabetics lose slower. And I think in general we do. But I think I thought about it today because Countess of Shopping was talking about this. I think one of the reasons I was successful is because I got my blood sugar down. It was already down in normal range by the time I started Mounjaro. So I think that was part of the success. Some people like to say I'm a hyper responder. I definitely don't feel that way, but I am hyper compliant. So I do all the things, a lot of people here that know me know I am training for a triathlon. It's not my first. I did triathlons when I was thin after I lost a bunch of weight. I wasn't as thin as I am now, and I'm still not thin, but thinner. Um, and then doing triathlon, who gained weight? I gained, all my weight back while doing triathlon. I did triathlons. I did half marathons. I did a half marathon weighing almost 260 pounds. Um, I stayed active, but you can't outrun a bad diet. And I know we have to be careful what things we say on here. But if people know what BED is, um, the B stands for a word that rhymes with hinge. Um, I really struggled with that. I was a secret eater. I would hide and eat. I did a lot of car eating. And I just had no control over my strong desire to eat. And, the Manjaro has really helped with that. I haven't had an episode of BED since starting. Um, but I do work out every day. I train for a triathlon, so it's usually swim, bike, or run. Yesterday I swam a mile. Today I had a light workout. It was just a 35-minute bike. Um, I'll go swim in the lake on Sunday to get my open water swimming in. But Twan has seen my husband on another video, but I do have huge support from my husband. It's very critical to my success. He meal preps my lunches on Sunday for the following week, and he makes my dinner every night. At breakfast, I eat the same thing every day, and I make that myself. Just heating things up and combining my yogurt and blueberries. But so I am very compliant, and I think that's part of my success too. One of my mottos that I actually stole from a TikTok friend named Jamie Selzler. He started saying this, and I totally agree. And that is that we can control our actions, but we can't control the outcome. So I can do all the things every single day, and I can get on that scale, and I can be up 2 pounds. But I just keep doing the things I know I'm supposed to be doing. I don't let it freak me out. I weigh myself every day. I don't let it freak me out. I'm about a little less than 20 pounds away from my goal weight. So it's very slow right now. And I have to really eat a lot to support the workouts that I do. This endurance sport is very hard on your body. And so my dietitian, I work with a dietitian. I had my resting metabolic rate tested. I recommend people do that if you can. Quite often, a dietitian's office, or lots of times your local gym, like my YMCA. That's where they sent me to have it done. But you just sit and breathe in a thing for like 10 minutes, and they can tell you your resting metabolic rate. It was higher than expected. I have Hashimoto's, which is hypothyroidism. My thyroid doesn't work properly. And so my dietitian expected I would have a low metabolic rate. So she wanted to check before she made recommendations on my food. And she was surprised to see how high my metabolic rate is given that and my age. I'm 64 years old. And right now I weigh 168 pounds. I did weigh 271 when I started Mounjaro. And my highest weight that I know of was 305 pounds. So, yeah, and I'm down from starting Mounjaro. I'm down 38% of my body weight, which they say diabetics aren't supposed to be able to accomplish. But thank you, Twan. But I was able to do that. So, as all of us know who have lost a substantial amount of weight, whether it's 20 pounds or 100 pounds, my life is very different. And one of my motivations is my grandchildren. I have 2 grandchildren, a boy who's 5 and a girl who's 4, and I can play with them, not from the couch anymore. I can run around and, play basketball with them and, ride bikes and do all the things. And that's very, very important to me. I like to be an active Grammy. So, and yeah. Oh, Darian writing my quote, but I did steal that from a guy named Jamie Selzler. He's a great TikTok person. If you want to follow somebody for motivation, oh my goodness, he weighed 600 and
Share him to me, Mindy, on TikTok. Share
I
one of
will.
his videos to me.
I will. He used to weigh 650 something pounds, and now he weighs like 312 or something. He's amazing and so motivational. So I stole that from him, but I'll on TikTok. I'll share one of his TikToks with you, Twan, so you can check
Yeah.
him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I hate to skip questions, but Pam, I think you're right. He needs to share some cooking videos with us.
So Twan watched my interview. This was a very funny interview. Gina LeBen from Anchor Moments, they're a YouTube channel. She's on Mounjaro, trying to get healthy. They came and visited me when they have an RV and they came all the way through the Carolinas. They live in Arizona. And when she visited, she all of a sudden got this idea that the dinner my husband had cooked, she wanted him to recreate one of the dishes. And so he did. And she also like opened my, can you imagine all of a sudden somebody saying, let's open your refrigerator and see what's in there. So she opened my refrigerator, pawed through all my things. But so yeah, Shin, that's my husband's name. My husband's Japanese. And he agreed. He loved it. He acted like it was a big inconvenience, but he loved it. Kind of like how Claxton likes to peek in. We all get a kick out of that. So he's going to do more. Gina has asked him to do more. So when they're traveling right now, but when she gets back to Arizona and has good internet and all of that, I told her I'd be the videographer for this side to show. But he's very creative. And when I started this journey, some people know I was very low carb. I only ate about 70 grams of carbs a day, and because that's what the previous time I lost weight, the bariatric doctor, not surgery, but I guess now we call him an obesity doctor, he had recommended that. And my dietitian told me, she said, Mindy, you've got your A1C, your blood sugar under control. That's what that is for. She's like, you're doing endurance sports. You need more carbs. So I eat more carbs now. She wants me to get, I don't know, she wants me to get a lot more than I get, but I probably get about 130 to 150 grams of carbs now. I have a more balanced carb, protein, fat ratio. Because a lot of that is because of the endurance sports. You just can't. And because of my diabetes, if I work out real hard, my blood sugar can drop too low. So, but yeah, my husband is a huge support for sure.
Yeah, I definitely want to make that salad that he made, and I definitely want to make those beans. I have never heard of beans done like that before. I was like, wow, that sounds good. Yeah, I want to do that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't remember what it was, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure
Yeah,
it
it was
out and
probably
send
some
you.
green beans. Green
Oh,
beans.
the green beans. Yeah, what did he do? He did something interesting. I can't remember now, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you got to figure that out because I got to go back and maybe just watch her video. But that
He
salad
just
looked really
makes it
good
up
too.
though. He just makes it up off the top of his head. And then I don't have one here with me, but
Well,
um,
you let
he
your
puts
husband
it.
know that he has a fan base out here and we want some videos.
He will
Look,
love that. He will love that.
look, y'all, Mindy has a video of her jumping. How many feet was that, Mindy? 20, was it 25? How many was
It's like it's the top of the stratosphere in Las Vegas. So I think it's 800 feet, 900 feet. I don't
Oh
remember.
wow, I didn't realize it was that high up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was so funny. I couldn't do
Yeah.
nobody laugh at you on that video.
It's
Y'all
hilarious
gotta
because
go
I'm
watch it.
I'm
Y'all gotta watch it.
chicken.
But tell your husband to drop some of them videos on there every now and then. Just
We'll
record
work on
something
that.
quick and drop us some stuff. Cause yeah,
We'll work on
look,
it
we
for
trying to get
sure.
healthy around here. And honey, I'm a foodie, so I love different things and I love to try different things. So I'm waiting to make that green bean dish and that
All
salad.
right. All right. I'll figure it out for you.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for
So
the
I
kind
do have a
comment.
question, but I did see some other questions on here. You mentioned that you asked your doctor about Mounjaro. So how did you find about Mounjaro?
I'm really having a hard time remembering how that happened. I remember Googling and seeing that there was a thing called, I don't even think I knew about Ozempic, but seeing that there was a thing called semaglutide and tirzepatide, and those were kind of the two options. And I saw that tirzepatide, called Mounjaro, was more, in general, more effective. And so I reached out to my doctor via, the my chart thing. And so a lot of people try to give my doctor a bad rap for, when they hear my story, like, well, why didn't your doctor talk to you about that? Right. I didn't give her the chance. Like, I hadn't gone back to see her. I got antsy and I messaged her. She had no control over my treatment in the hospital because I went to the emergency room and she didn't even know I was in the hospital. And they slapped me with insulin. So, she hadn't had her chance to even provide care for me. I brought it up. I don't remember. I just think I Googled like other treatments for diabetes, or I don't remember. I wish I could remember, but
Yeah.
she was very open to the idea. But one of the things I forgot to mention that I do like to talk about is she said to me, she said, Mindy, you know, you've gone through this multiple times now, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. Um, I'm very comfortable prescribing this medication for you, but I am going to strongly suggest that you get some therapy too, to understand why this keeps happening, and to basically get your mind right. And it was the best advice. I promised her that I would, and I keep my promises. And she's a very good doctor, very kind. And I've graduated from my therapy now. My only therapist is simply Taisha, um, her channel, because I watch her every day with her what does she call it? Daily dose of mindset. But my
So she's a therapist. She's a
No,
therapist.
she's not. She's not. Simply Taisha is not a therapist, but she does a
Oh.
daily dose of mindset every day. If you don't
Mhm.
know her channel, it's a great channel. She's lost a lot of weight on Zepbound, and she goes she goes live, I think, every Monday. And yeah, she went on the cruise with us with the downsize. She's a really great lady. Um, but I watch her every morning. She's my daily dose of mindset. But her motto is, "We can share our journeys, but we should never compare them." Hey,
That is
Taisha.
true. I like that. That is true. Because
but
oftentimes we find ourselves comparing.
But I think the biggest epiphany I had right in my therapist's office, she was talking to me about what were some of the driving factors for this, BED. And I said, being morbidly obese is a miserable life. And the stress of that, along with all the other stress we all have in our lives, it got to be too much. And that was how I soothed myself. But the epiphany I had was I was soothing myself with the very thing that was creating or perpetuating the problem. I was taking the poison to try to fix my feeling. I was eating, I was miserable being obese, and I was eating. I was, I was like, oh my gosh, what was I doing? But
Yeah, I
in the
know.
in the moment, I didn't know. I was just stuffing my face. I don't think I tasted food. I don't think I enjoyed the food. It was just something I did.
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
That's a little
Interesting.
deep. I know. I'm sorry.
Let's see. There are. Let me turn this thing here off. There's a couple questions I did see come through. Did I skip somebody? Let's see. Everybody just saying hello. They're saying hi to you, Mindy. Good to hear your voice. Mindy looking so cute.
Oh gosh, I'm in my workout.
Hi, Mindy. Congratulations, Mayor Mindy.
Y'all are so funny with that Mayor
Hi,
Mindy. My
Mindy.
husband, my husband asked me. He goes, "Did you give yourself that name?" I'm like, "No, I did not give myself that."
I think Darium started calling you that first, and we all just picked up on
Yeah,
it.
Darium and Dee Dee. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I certainly struggled with the "you did this to yourself" guilt when I was diagnosed with disease of diabetes.
Yeah, I kept it secret. I kept it secret from my own mother. I didn't tell her for probably 6 months. I was waiting for, if those of you who know Dave Knapp on the pen, He
Hmm.
wrote his book, and I told him, if you finish writing that book, because he was writing it, I said, if you finish writing that book, I will use the book to tell my mom that I am type 2 diabetic and that I'm taking Mounjaro. And that is exactly what I did.
Oh wow.
Because it has all the answers to all the questions and all the weird things, oh, you're going to get gastroparesis, your eyeball's going to fall out, you're going to get thyroid cancer, you're going to, yeah. It has, he covers all those things. And so having a third party say the things and be able to share it, I highlighted the heck out of that book and gave it to her. I mean, I asked her all of
Oh wow. I
I
didn't realize you had that kind of book. That sounds
yeah, it's
interesting.
very thin. It's really easy read, and he wrote it for people to share with their family and friends. It's not to teach us anything. It's a book to share with family and friends so they can better understand what the meds are. It goes through all of the things like even stuff like compound and all of that, and help your friends and family understand what this treatment is.
Okay. So Kim says she glad she came back to hear your testimony.
Oh, thank you, Kim J. I love Kim J's channel.
I think you addressed it, but you want to answer it again?
Yeah, I weigh 168,
And you
and I
said
went
you were 20
from
pounds away from your
yeah,
goal.
probably. I think I'd like to. I used to think I wanted to weigh 165, so I'm pretty comfortable where I am now. I started out, I was probably squeezing into a 24, and now I can go into a regular person store, and I'm either my jeans like at Old Navy and stuff are a 10. Tops, I'm a medium or a large, so I'm pretty comfortable, but I could use to lose probably 20 more.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
5'4", by the way, so if that
We
makes
the same height. I'm
yeah.
5'4".
Hmm.
Mayor Mindy, husband is the bomb.com.
He will love that.
That's awesome that you have that support. Yes, Darian, the most part, just finished spraying everything down. Oh, Kim just sprayed down her hotel room.
Oh,
Uh, we can control our actions, but we can't control our outcomes. Mindy, your husband is Tina's
not
clapping.
bad.
That's awesome. Awesome. He's super sweet.
Yeah.
I think you need to post some cooking videos and meals. Yes.
Well, he's Japanese, so they're quite unusual usually. I'm not sure everybody here would enjoy them, but yeah, he would gladly do that.
Yeah, that's
He
so
does
sweet that he
take good
takes good
care of it.
care of her like that.
Yeah, something that I'm very proud of him for is we were talking about the next downsized cruise, which has already been announced for next year. And I said to him, I said, 2 years in a row, or what do you think? Are you okay with that? And he's like, I saw how much you needed that, and what a great community that was for you to be able to be a part of. And he's like, I know that you have to go, so we're going.
Oh, that's so sweet. So he's going with you this time.
Yeah, he went with me last time. Yeah, and
Oh,
he
he
was
went too. Okay,
yeah,
good, good,
yeah,
good. That was nice.
yeah.
So you got congratulations from Linda.
You and,
Now, do your husband do the line dances too?
oh my God, he's awful. No, no. I still need to share that K Wang line dance. It's super easy. I tried to teach him one time. He couldn't do it. I was like, oh my God, sit down.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it.
Oh, Jamie was
Um,
on Mind Pump. That was an amazing interview. If you look at Mind Pump, is a great YouTube channel, and they had
Mind
him
Pump.
on
I need to
instead.
check it out too.
Those
Then.
are there's some gym bros, you know. Usually
Hmm.
you wouldn't enjoy their channel, but Jamie's interview is great.
Okay. Great stuff, Mindy. Congrats on weight reduction, reclaiming your
Kim
life. Yes. My hubby hates diet foods. LOL. He just cuts out his soda and snacks and something so bad to get his weight down.
Yeah, it's always challenging reading Pammy's text because she's the queen of typos, aren't you, Pammy?
Gina had me cracking up, so full of energy.
Uh huh.
What
I
type
don't
of
remember
salad?
what the
What
salad.
type of salad was that? Can you tell them? I know he had cucumbers in it, and was it
Oh
French
yeah, he was
ginger? And
tearing. Yeah, so instead of cutting cucumbers, we'll tear them because they absorb. We use little tiny cucumbers, and yeah, I think it was probably with an Asian dressing like soy sauce and sesame oil and something like that. Yeah, probably.
it looked good, good and healthy. Another secret talent of Mayor Mindy is she's an excellent cook alongside of her husband.
I am a good cook. I just let he works part time. I work full time, so he's taken over.
He has more time.
Yeah, and he loves it. He loves to cook. It's his relaxation.
I could tell because the way he was crushing up this stuff and
Uh
when he
huh.
was dicing, I said, this man got to be a chef. When he was dicing out fast and stuff.
I'm not sharing him though. He just needs to stay here and cook for me.
Me too, Mindy, very low carb at first, not even 70 in the beginning to get my A1C back to normal range 5.6. Then I went up to 75 carbs a couple months ago. I had to go up again to more than 100.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I enjoy about Kim J's channel is her story and mine are very similar.
So Pam said your husband has fans.
He's gonna love that.
Where them fans at? Mindy, they made me take
See?
insulin home from the hospital because of high A1C, and I asked
Yeah,
the doctor for Mounjaro. Also, fast forward 2025, I'm only on Mounjaro.
yeah,
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for sharing, Mindy, from Money. I also found out I was a diabetic in the ER. It was so overwhelming. That's great that she recommended therapy. My PA had me go in once a month to check my weight, and she told me she would be on me like a hawk. Yes, thanks, Mindy, for sharing. Great testimony. I'm happy you took control of your situation. You took control of your situation, managing it well, and also you have a wonderful support team, your husband, and we are too. Yes, we are
oh
here
yeah.
for you.
I couldn't have done this without all of my YouTube family, and I have a big family over on TikTok as well. People I'm very good friends with now. I couldn't have done this without that community.
Food to
Mhm.
comfort me, but also killing me at the same time.
Yep.
They
Oh,
love
thank
you, Mindy.
you.
Yes, we love us a Mindy. Yes, we
Aw,
do.
you guys
Low
are so
Carb Queen says phenomenal.
yeah, Kim J. When I heard your story, I was floored. I was like, oh my god, it's like we're the same person.
Mindy is
Only she's
wonderful to have
younger
your
and
husband support. Yes, it is. Yeah, that book sounds interesting. It doesn't.
yeah, it's good and it's very short. It's very thin. I'd show it, but I gave all my copies away. I've bought about 5 copies and I've given them to people.
Oh wow. Oh
Even my
wow.
wife.
Mine said she had food too. Oh
See,
wow.
see,
We are similar in size. Pam says she's 5'4", 149, 153.
mm.
You got a medium top. Excuse me. Y'all know I get the yawn around this time. And she go down to
Mhm.
small pants, 9. Okay, and sometimes 8. Thank you for sharing your journey. Okay, so Empower Wellness with Teddy D says, seems like you have been through a lot, but I'm glad you never stopped fighting for yourself. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you, Teddy B.
Mindy, I SSS how much narrower you are now. What you mean? She SSS.
Oh, see, maybe I see how
Oh,
much narrower. Yeah, my
oh, in your
shoulders.
shoulders. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
I don't know, Twan. I saw some collarbones on you earlier too.
Somebody was telling me that. Oh, man, that's what made me wonder. It's like
Collarbones.
your neck and all that. I'm just
I
like,
saw
oh.
them. Mhm.
Mm. Honey, the arms to get down like that. It seemed like the my arms, I can see them moving slowly, but this stomach just want to hang on to me. It don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, that's probably the last thing to go. Me too.
You have a YouTube GLP-1 family and a TikTok GLP-1 too. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I see some people on TikTok. I don't really follow a lot of TikTok people, but there's some few people on there I do.
Oh yeah. Darium
I
and I
heard that
run into each
TikTok
other.
people can be brutal, so I don't want to get out there too much on TikTok. But I still post little stuff on there. I'm picking up little followers here right here, but I don't try to, do a lot of comment on their stuff. 'Cause they say them people can be brutal over there on TikTok. So I try to hang back and I just do more on YouTube. Anybody else have any more questions for Mindy while she's still up here? Dave Knapp, Decoding GLP-1, a guide for friends and family of those on the pen. Okay, so that's the name of it.
Mhm.
Thank you, Darian.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon.
Okay. Yeah, I was just watching one of his videos the other day. His son has a birthday, celebrating his son's birthday, Cooper.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions for Mindy while she's on here? Mindy, any last thing you want to share while you're still up here? Anybody would like to join to say something to her? Not just type it. You want to come on here and say something to her?
Ooh. Oh
Mindy is
yeah,
in the race for
Darium.
cancer research. Oh.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that, Darium. So and Darium kindly contributed that. That's amazing. So it's funny. The ride is a 24-hour bike ride. And it's here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I live. And it's called 24 Hours of Booty. And everybody thinks it's booty because you're sitting on your booty riding your bike. You know, Twan, you and I ride bikes. We know you can get a sore booty. But no, it's a very funny story. Here in Charlotte, where this race takes place, it's near the university I actually went to as an adult, but it's Queen's University, and it used to be an all girls school a long time ago, and now it's a co-ed college. But so there's always a lot of young co-eds out jogging, and it's also a very affluent neighborhood. So all the rich ladies are out walking and jogging and stuff. So people started calling it the booty loop because you could drive through there or walk through there and see all these cute girls, jogging around and check out the booty. And so this charitable organization that raises money for cancer research and awareness, they leaned into it and started a 24-hour ride to raise money, and they called it 24 Hours of Booty. And you go out, and you can ride as much or as little as you want for those 24 hours. My team will have a tent so we can go get food. Well, they have food for you, and you can go rest or sleep or ride as much or as little as you want, and you have to raise at least $400 to participate. And I'm just a little bit away from 1,000, so I've thanks to Darium and some of my other YouTube and TikTok
Oh.
friends. The Durham donated money as well and mentioned my ride on their channel, which was amazing to me. My goal is 56 miles, because a half Ironman race, when you do a half Ironman, you swim 1.2 miles, you bike 56, and you run a half marathon. And so my coaches, my triathlon coaches, are like, all right, you need to do at least a half Ironman bike distance. And so they set my goal at 56 miles, which I think I can do in 24 hours. Ride. The loop is about 3 miles, so ride a few loops, go take a break, ride a few loops, go take a break. As long as the weather cooperates, I should be able to do it. But I will be riding with the names of all of the people who have told me why they're donating money, or even if they're not, if someone wants me to ride in honor or memory of someone, I'm happy to do that. I'm going to have all the names and tuck them into my bike kit so that I'm carrying those names with me. And some of my family members, and Darian, if I remember correctly, is your sister, and I will be doing that in honor and memory of all the people who have been affected by cancer.
So if we want to donate to that, how do we?
Um, hmm. Let me think. Uh, I didn't really want to solicit that
Oh,
here.
okay. Don't worry
Uh,
about it. Then.
But I will. I don't know if it'll let me put it in the comments after the live. I'll try to
Yeah, you
do
could
that.
just go to. You won't be able to put it on the live, but you can put it on the
Right,
replay part.
right. I will do
Yeah,
that.
just in case somebody want to donate towards it. I was just
That
thinking.
that's very nice. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Darian.
So Katie says, "Do you have a certain amount of calories you eat a day?"
Yeah, so when I started, I used, I used the TDEE calculator that everybody talks about, and I entered how much I was working out and how much I weighed and, my age and all of that, and it came out with about 1,400 calories, and that's what I was eating. And when I saw the dietitian and got my resting metabolic rate tested, it was 1720. Well, that resting metabolic rate is how much energy I need if I'm laying flat in a coma. That doesn't take into account any of my activity during the day at all. Brushing my teeth, walking to the car. On top of that, I'm working out, right? So if I ate lower than that, that's really not good for me. And so my dietitian was like, "You need to be eating 1,900 calories." I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm not going up that high." So we negotiated, and she said, "All right, you have to at least eat your resting metabolic rate." So I started eating 1720. And I just saw her right after I came back from the cruise. By the way, I lost weight on the cruise. A lot of us did. And now I'm eating 1,800 is what I'm striving for. Um, I need that amount of calories. My weight is a little bit stalled, but I'm okay with that because this training that I'm doing, I'm really not supposed to be trying to lose weight right now. So if it stays the same, I'm okay with that. I can, go back to trying to lose weight when my triathlon that I'm training for is in September. So once that's done, I can go to more lifting weight, which I enjoy. But there's no room for that when you're doing an endurance sport. If that's all I did, that would be fine. But to have a job and be a good Grammy and get my endurance training in, I don't have. I maybe do strength training once a week, which isn't really enough.
Hmm. Yeah, because really riding a bicycle, that's a lot of strength training right there alone in your
Yeah,
lower body.
I have strong glutes. Let's put it that way.
Oh, shucks now. Low Carb Queen said, "Oh wow, I'm in Concord."
Oh, okay, cool. That's right near where I live.
It says,
Yes,
"Sound
Myers
like
Park.
Myers
Yes,
Park."
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Myers Park.
I had typos, but Mindy, I've seen such difference in your upper body, and all I can see online, of course, the last 20 pounds really shows.
Oh, thanks, Tammy.
Kendra, hi Kendra. You took your Ozempic an hour ago and so listening. Good. Thanks for joining us. Hope
Good
you
job.
enjoy. Listen to Mayor Mindy.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, Mindy.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome Kendra Fashion Speak Shop.
Ooh,
Are
that's
you a
nice.
content creator?
Sounds like
Thank you for having me. You're welcome. Okay, strong glutes. What is this? Oh, that's a hand. Oh, a green hand. I don't know why I was thinking it was a.
oh, okay.
I thought it was a reptile at first. I looked at it too fast. I had to go back to it. But that's a hand. Okay, strong glutes, Mindy. I know, right, Kim? You caught that? Said them glutes strong, baby. Yes.
Gotta
Okay,
keep it moving.
okay. So
Mm-hmm.
this was interesting. I'm glad that you decided to come up here and share your
Thank you.
testimony with us. If you were talking to someone that's on this live right now and they want to lose weight, they don't know which way to go, and they've heard about the GLP-1 medication, but they're on the fence, what would you tell them?
Um, Obviously talk to your doctor, but uh, don't be scared. Don't be afraid of side effects. I think most of us can say we've had very minimal side effects, and they tend to ease up after a little bit. We are never afraid of side effects when our doctor gives us blood pressure blood pressure medicine or statins or my thyroid medication. I wasn't scared of that, right? So don't be afraid. Give it a try. If it doesn't, if it's too hard, you take it and the side effects are awful and you just can't do it, you can always stop. But you don't know what's going to happen if you don't try. And it has changed my life in ways I can't even express. And I think most people in this room would say that. It's life changing, and if you're on the fence, I say jump over, try it.
Get the jumping, y'all. Get the jumping. Mayor Mindy has spoken. Giving you guys the advice. Get to jumping. So, Mindy, being on this journey has been a lifesaver. A lot of us would say that. We really would. We really would say that. Um, when I first started, I went into this with the mindset of I am not going to take this for the rest of my life. That was my mindset. That's the decision I had made up prior to starting.
Hmm.
However, after being on this journey now over 2 years and, you know, seeing how things go, because I didn't know anything about a maintenance until later on. I ran into different people. Patrice Denise, she and I had been following each other way before um, I actually started, my weight loss journey. And yeah, it's funny because I never realized she was on Mounjaro because at times she wasn't doing videos on that. She was just doing like regular vlogs, and I don't know. All of a sudden, she started sharing about it.
Hmm.
So it was kind of weird that I realized she was actually on it. But anyway, with that being said, um, now that I'm learning that there's different types of ways that people does their maintenance. Some do their injection once a month. Some do it every 10 days, every 11 days, every other week. Now I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe I can just continue and be one of those, I'm going to say outliers that's doing it once a month. Because it's not all people that's doing once a month. That's why I'm calling them outliers. So, with that being said, where are you with this? Because you just spoke to us about um, being 20 pounds away from where you really would love to be. What are your plans? What are you thinking? Are you thinking that once you get to that 20 pounds, you're going to stop completely? Are you going to wean yourself off? Or are you going to do maintenance? What are you thinking? And if you're thinking maintenance, as of right now, what are you thinking you're going to do as far as maintenance? What your maintenance journey is going to look like?
So, unlike you, I'm diabetic. So, however, my blood sugar is very well controlled. I'm borderline too low. My A1C is 4.7. It was 10.9 when I was in the hospital. So I think Kim J was even higher, but we had some dangerous stuff going on. Um, I think as far as my blood sugar control, I think I did it to myself, and so I think if I came off the medication, I could control it with diet and exercise. But I don't think I could control the food noise. I don't think I could. And it's funny because it's a silver lining. I'm almost lucky that I'm diabetic, right? Because I'm almost guaranteed that it's covered. Um, I I'm almost uh, guaranteed that a doctor is going to be willing to prescribe it. I'm almost 65, so I'm going to be on Medicare soon, and it's covered by Medicare for diabetes. You know, so that's kind of the silver lining. Um, I guess I would have to see um, as far as my dose or how I take it. I think I would always be a once a week person because anything else is just too hard to keep track of, especially the older you get. But I might I might consider going down in dose just because my blood sugar is very very low. Um, my doctor doesn't want me to go up. I'm on 7.5 right now. She doesn't want me to go up anymore for the sake of weight loss. She's like, you can't. Your blood sugar is already borderline. So um, I think I would just probably stay where I am. I could see going down maybe one, but like I watched Christopher with the downsized, and he's at 15 and he's staying there. Lorraine tried going down, and she had some success, but when she went down too far, it didn't work. So, um, but I'm a little bit different than them and some of you folks that are on Zepbound, because I do have the disease of diabetes that I'm also treating. So. Um, the one thing I will say though, and I always said to Christopher and Lorraine that I love my injection. Like I'm not doing pills. Like I always said that. But that's because I was thinking of Rybelsus. And Rybelsus is very difficult to take. There's a lot of rules about, you have, I don't know the rules, but it's like, oh, you have to take it and then you can't eat for 30 minutes, but then you have to eat, or I don't know. It's very complicated. But, or orgliflozin that's coming out, that sounds like it's a very simple pill that you can take anytime, food, no food, whatever, daily, something like that. I could see myself switching to, because it would be easier to carry. It would be easy, when we go on trips, you got to keep the stupid pen cold and carry it with you. And, so a little box of pills would be so much easier to carry around. So that's something I would consider is, something that's not quite so extravagant.
Yeah, I thought about the pill thing too, but I rather just keep the injection. I just give it to myself once a week and I'm done. Now, if they had a once a week pill, then maybe I consider. I don't even want to be taking medicine every day. That's my thing.
It's one more, to me, it's one more thing to remember. And like once a week, my injection. Today's my shot day, by the way. When I get off here, I'm gonna go take it. But I take it at night.
Oh, okay.
I call it
Okay.
Thursday. Today is Thursday, but I call it Thursday because I take my Thursday beside.
It is your shot date. Okay, okay. Let's see. Somebody else is saying I can only do it for 2 weeks after surgery. Won't only be able to walk. Agreed, Mindy. Please consult your doctor. Yes, yes, yes. Consult your doctor and pay close attention to the side effects and share
Yeah,
with them
it says
also.
down there, Twan is not a doctor, dietitian, nutritionist, or personal trainer. Neither am I.
Mindy,
And
are
yes,
you still, yeah,
I'm
she's still on GLP-1.
I'm on Mounjaro 7.5.
If for some reason your side effects are bad or worse, then please consult your doctor immediately. Yes.
Yeah,
Keys on
her A1C.
15.1.
I thought it was 15. Yeah, that's high.
Hey, Simply Peachy, Atlanta, ATL. It is Thursday, sweetie. Thursday, Thursday.
It's almost Friday.
Yes, almost. Glad to see you here. Yes, I'm glad to see her here. Hey, Natalia, Juliet. Thank you for
That's a
joining.
pretty
Mindy,
name.
we need to chat, honey.
Yes, Kim J.
The way Mounjaro has sat in the food noise as well as lowered my A1C, it was literally the only med that controlled my diabetes. But to me, I need it for the food noise. Good, good, good.
Yeah, me too.
Welcome to the chat. Awesome money. For some people, when their weight is under control, the insurance stop paying for it. That's interesting.
Hmm.
Well, I guess because she's on Mounjaro, and Mounjaro is mainly for diabetes, so
Yeah,
that's probably why you know, she won't have that issue.
hopefully.
Oh, she put
Yeah,
I mean their diabetes. Oh, I didn't know they stopped paying for it once they diabetes is because I thought
there.
once you're a diabetic, you always a diabetic.
Yes, your doctor has to be very careful about your prior authorization when it comes up for renewal. They have to talk about your original A1C. But I have a friend who her insurance company tried to mess around and tell her she had to go back and do, I can't remember. It wasn't even semaglutide. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Ozempic. And, they're basically trying to get her to redo step therapy. And she argued it long enough and won and back on Manjaro. But yeah, they're just going to try to make you do something that's not as expensive. I think it was probably lyric glutide, whatever that is. Saxenda. Is that what that is?
Sex under.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as my doctor submits a prescription for diabetes management, mine's covered. That's great.
Yeah. As long as you have the diagnosis, should be good.
So this is Tamani from Darion.
Drink your water, everybody.
Happy Thursday, Mindy. I
Thank
think that's same for me, Pammy, my journal with Pam. Me either, Twan. I don't care for taking a med, so I want to do everything I can do naturally while taking Mounjaro to help me in my efforts. Yes. Um, if you don't mind me asking, what number is considered a low blood sugar?
Usually, if it's under 70, you're supposed to start treating. So, if my blood sugar goes below 70, I'm supposed to take some carbs. Like I have glucose pills. The easiest thing for me to carry when I'm out running or, riding my bike long distances outside, I carry jelly beans because each jelly bean is a carb. But if it gets below 50, if it gets in the 50s, that's dangerous. Like I could pass out and not wake up. So, and my A1C being 4.7, it shows that I'm chronically low. So my doctor doesn't really want it lower than that.
So you check your glucose levels every day?
So when I first started, I had a continuous glucose monitor, the Freestyle Libre, that I wore on my arm, and they, constantly are monitoring. Technically, not your blood sugar; it measures your interstitial fluid, and then it estimates your blood glucose. But once I was off insulin, my insurance company decided that I didn't need a continuous glucose monitor, and they took it away. I mean, I could pay $150 a month to have one, but I don't really want to do that. So right now, though, my dietitian really wants me to see when I'm working out, how it's affecting my blood sugar, what foods are affecting my blood sugar. So I bought over the counter. It's made by Abbott, the same company that makes Freestyle Libre, but it's called Lingo. It's funny. I just took it off. Or I'd show you. It expired today, so I have to go put a new one on. And that keeps track. And I can look at the app on my phone every minute. It updates what my blood sugar is. So because the danger is when I'm out running, I'm not carrying a glucose meter and the Lancet and all that with me. And in the middle of a run, go, oh wait, hold on, let me see what my blood sugar is. Right? I can't do that. So
Right.
the CGM, if I start to feel a little weird, I'll pull out my phone and look and be like, oh, it's heading down. I need to pop some jelly beans to get it back up. And also it's helping me figure out my nutrition before I start working out, and then after I work out, my dietitian's working with me on that.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Hi, Friday Eve, ready to have a
There we go.
celebration. Yes,
Perfect.
that's great. Low carb queen, A1C was 6. When I started Manjaro, I also been losing with diet and walking for 7 months. I think it's hard because I had all the symptoms. Okay. Type 2 runs in her family.
Yeah,
Mindy,
runs in my family too.
please.
My grandmother on my father's side had it, and I think my grandmother on my mother's side had it too. So okay, I will, Kim J. Thank
Thanks for CVS Care. My aunt was covered Zep, and I just started in April. But
you.
you know what? They probably will still cover it. I just got mine approved
Yeah,
through CVS Caremark. You just gotta get your doctor to do a prior authorization.
yeah. Watch Fawn's video. She tells what to do. She got it
Thank
done.
goodness my insurance requires no PA for Mounjaro. Exactly. That's awesome. 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 Well, listen, it's going on 9 o'clock. We don't been on here almost 2 hours. I'm not gonna keep Mindy on here all night long. So let's just say thank you to Mindy. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mindy, for
everybody.
being a rock star in this community. Keep rocking and rolling, honey. And I am going to be praying that you get to your goal before this year is out.
Oh, that would be great.
That would
I
be
like that.
awesome. Yes,
Yeah.
it will be. Thank you so much, Mindy. I appreciate you coming
Thank
on
you for
here,
having me.
sharing your life with us.
Thank you. It's
Thank you
great.
for not being a gatekeeper.
Oh yeah, no. But I won't tell you who my doctor is.
Wait, somebody said one thing. Do you have recommendations for people with fibromyalgia on Mounjaro?
Ooh.
I don't.
My mom has fibromyalgia, and I suspect that I do. I've never talked about it with my doctor because there's really nothing, there's not any great treatments for it. I do have all the pain points that people are supposed to have when they have fibromyalgia. Um, I just if you're already on Manjaro, a lot of people are finding relief because uh, fibromyalgia is an inflammatory disease, and so Manjaro helps with inflammation. So people are finding relief. But yeah, that's a conversation for your doctor for sure. But I've heard of a lot of people that are finding their fibromyalgia and all kinds of other inflammatory issues doing better on tirzepatide.
Mm, okay. Pam says all night
See, you
long,
do it.
all night.
Oh, by the way, the Mindy who sings is not this. I do sing, but that you were thinking of Mindy Peterson, not Mindy M. The
Yeah,
other night,
that was Linda. She's not on here tonight.
yeah,
Linda McDuffie was the one that
yeah.
was.
I was like, oh, Mindy can sing, and I was like,
You
I
know
don't
what?
think I'm singing
Yes,
anyway.
because I end up watching some of Mindy videos and she was on there singing. Yeah, she was riding down the road in her car
Yeah,
singing the
yeah, other
Yep,
Mindy, yeah,
yep.
not Mayor Mindy, no.
Yeah, so she might have had you mixed up with other Mindy.
I think she did, but I do sing, but I didn't think there was a video of me singing anywhere.
Low Carb Queen say awesome live.
Thank you.
Well, can we get a tune tonight before you get off? Can we
I
get a
don't.
tune? Thanks, Derek.
On your
Welcome on
on your
Family Household.
birthday, I'm gonna do a TikTok and sing you happy birthday. How's
Ah, you know I'm gonna share it right on YouTube too.
that?
Oh, awesome! Most of your family has it. Two died from complications. Oh wow, sorry to hear that. Thanks to dear friend told me to try my job.
Oh, that's great
Oh
though.
wow, sorry to hear that, Money.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did something about yourself. You're welcome. She said thank you, very informative. Everyone is saying thank you. Yes, speak close to your doctor, take the meds. They give you research free articles about relief. Yep, did y'all hit the thumbs up? Thank you, Tyrion. Does a great job at moderating.
Yes, he's a good moderator.
He said, thanks for the amazing live. And that is it. So, y'all know how it goes. Y'all want to join me in my ending song? Y'all know how I end my lives.
Oh, what is it? What was it?
You remember how I go, Mindy?
No, is that the
Good
one you
night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do, 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 do. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do, 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 do. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. Do, 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 do,
said?
do.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good night, my sweethearts, my sun rays. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, please, please make sure you guys are back here again next week, Thursday, same time, same place. I love you guys and thank you so very much for supporting my channel. If you have not already, like, subscribe, go ahead and do so now. And don't forget to check out all these amazing, beautiful sun rays on here who are content creators that drop purple hearts. Go back and catch the replay so you can go follow them. And Mindy will let us know when her husband decides to share us some videos. All right, you guys. Good night. Thank you, Mindy. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Let me end this right quick. Oh, they still on here saying stuff. Let me see. Oh, they just saying good night.
Hmm.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.